Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Homely Treasures Caribbean Cooking. Today we're going to be making arroz con pollo. Take a screenshot of the ingredients, get them together, and let's get started. The first thing we're going to be doing is seasoning our chicken. I have taken the skin and already washed the chicken that I'm going to be using. We're going to start with the juice of 1 lime. And I added the other half off camera. Let's continue with the oregano, complete seasoning, black pepper, and salt. Add in the fresh sofrito. This is cilantro, green pepper, red bell pepper, onions, garlic, all the good stuff. And today I used the chicken fajita seasoning to give the chicken a little bit more flavor and color. In the same pot that you're going to be making the rice, we're going to be heating up a little bit of oil, and then we're going to kind of fry or half fry the chicken. We're going to leave it about 3 minutes on each side and just flip it until it is almost cooked, as it will finish cooking with the rice, so it does not have to be fully cooked. Grab a plate and put some paper towels, and we're going to remove the chicken from the pot. Do not turn the stove off, as we will continue cooking the rice in the same pot. Let's add in the tomato paste. And now some more fresh sofrito. Salt. One pack of color seasoning, or you could use a chicken fajita seasoning. I have noticed that a lot of the seasonings that I use have the same ingredients within them, but I still just use a little bit of everything, and I feel like that's how the taste comes out. I added some oregano, Make sure you don't put a lot of that stuff because it's very strong. And you can also feel the texture. Then I added some vegetable stock just to add more flavor to the rice. And now for my favorite ingredient, green olives. You can skip this step if you don't like green olives. Because the seasoning that I added has a lot of texture, I am going to just let it simmer there for a little bit in medium-low heat. Meanwhile, I am going to shred the chicken that we removed previously from the oil. I was thinking you could also use the canned chicken breast. That might be an option if you want to skip this step, but I thought about it afterwards, so I'm just gonna go and shred the chicken that I have cooked. This one did cook fully because they were just smaller pieces and they have no bone inside them. Let's add the rice that I have already washed. I'm going to add the chicken at this time. As well as adding a little bit more vegetable stock. Once again, just to give more flavor to the rice. For the next part, I would normally give you a measurement, but I do not have one this time. I use my judgment. I just added water. Enough water to cover the rice and the chicken. In the end, I did notice I did add a little too much, but nothing that made a big difference in the outcome of the recipe. Make sure you're tasting it and add more if you need to add any more flavor. For this recipe, it's very important that you are covering your pot very well. For that reason, I am using aluminum foil. You could also use a towel, a clean kitchen towel if you have one available. After about 35 minutes, I removed the lid. And now we're going to start mixing it. Again, always from the bottom and around to make sure that everything's covered. I'm going to cover it again and let it sit there for a few more minutes. And this is the result. I'm going to show you up close what it is supposed to look like. The chicken is already fully cooked. The rice, the grains are already open, which tells me that it's cooked. And the next and final step of this recipe is tostones de pana, which are breadfruit tostones. These are already pre-packaged and sealed and frozen. We're going to fry some of these as they will go along great with our arroz con pollo. This is what they look inside. They are very similar to the regular plantain tostones, and you can cook them the same. The flavor is a little different. They're a little bit more sweet. Now, I did read in the package that it says that it would be better if you fry them from frozen state, and that's what we're going to do. I have not thawed these. Let's add our oil. Enough to cover, I'd say about ½ an inch. Should be good enough. because they are frozen. When they hit the oil, they start splattering all over, so I decided to use my splatter shield for this. I think I left these for about 2 or 3 minutes on each side and then just flipped them. But again, you can just continue to flip until they cook and they're golden color on each side. And we have officially reached the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did, and feel free to share with your friends. And when you try it, let me know how it went. I would love to know if it worked out for you. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel to help my small channel grow. And also click on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming recipes. With the tostones de pana, you will notice that they do get a little bit more oily than the regular ones, so just use a paper towel and gently remove the excess oil from the tostones de pana. Alright, I will see you next time, but for now, stay sabroso!